Okay, I'm going to show how I pipe my roses. This is a 127 rose tip, but you can use a 104 if you want smaller roses. I almost always use a 127 because I do a lot of half sheets and they're a good proportionate size for the cake. And then this is just a plastic lollipop or cake pop stick that you can buy. And then you'll need a pair of scissors to put it on the cake. And then also with my 127 tip, I kind of try to make the end of the tip a little bit bigger. I, put a knife in there and try to stretch it out a little because I like the top of my tip to be a little more stretched out. Sometimes it's too pinched. But first I start off by building up a little on the stick and a little bit higher than the stick. I don't start right at the top. I start just a little bit above it. So I build up and then I wrap it around and down, and I attach this middle part to the stick. This is probably the most important part of the rose. If you can get this part down, you can take it off right now and turn it into a daffodil. You can take it off right now and just have, tiny little rosebuds. But this is what adheres it to the stick, is by getting that round part and bringing it down and adhering it to the side of the stick. And then you want to pipe one U-shaped petal to one side, then flip it around and pipe another U-shaped petal. And you can see I'm kind of piping it up and around, and I'm bringing it down and adhering it to the stick. And then you tuck these petals right underneath it, and you just start putting on the petals right next to each other underneath. Now I do it really fast, so I'm trying to slow it down, but it's kind of a stair step around the stick, and then when you lift it up off of the stick, you can see the rose forming. I'm going to do a fast version of it, and my second and third is just like a continuous line of petals that I pipe. And then this icing is just right out of the Wilton's bucket, and then I added a little AmeriColor pink to it. The longer the bag stays in your hand when practicing, the warmer the icing will get and the harder it is to get it to stay on this stick. So then you just take your bag and put it in your refrigerator and stiffen it up a little bit more, and then pull it out and keep piping your flowers. I wanted to show stem work on a cake and where to place your rosebuds. So this is just a green rider tip that I made. It's probably the equivalent of a size 2 or 3. But this is stem work for like a sheet cake. And you want to, if you want to put your roses right directly in the middle. But it's all basically the same. You want to start in the middle and pull your green out. And then you start in the middle and you pull it out in the opposite direction. Then you want to start back in the middle and do one on top but you don't want to take it out as far as the middle one. The middle one should always be the longest, and then this one will come down and around. So that's stem work for if you're doing a sheet cake or a cake where you want to put your, you know, roses right in the middle. I'm going to show a round one too. How to on a round cake, because I know a lot of people decorate rounds. So in the middle you'd bring that one out there, kind of like in a circle formation, and then this one, and then this one would come right out here, and the middle one should always be the longest because you're going to create a triangle formation with your buds, which is very pleasing to the eye. And then you can just put like loops on the back end of it. And you pipe your rose. And you're going to place this right on the inside of these two parts of stem work. And you want to put your roses in a triangle formation too. And then this one's going to go a little offset and to the side of the other one. I'm just going to put some white in the back of this bag. I'm running out of color. Actually, it makes a really pretty rose when you add different colors to the back of your bag. And then this one's going to go right there. Now if you want to place like a little hump of icing right here and put your roses kind of angled on it, that turns out really pretty. But it's like a triangle formation you want to put your roses in always if you're doing 3. If you're doing 2, you would put 2 roses right next to each other. You can just do 1, 2. But if you're doing it in 3s, you want to do it in a triangle formation. And then you can put different kinds of flowers in between here. But I wanted to show everybody where to place your buds, which is really important. To make a bud, you just build up and then drag it around. And this bud should be the bud that's out the farthest. And then this one you're going to put right next to the flowers. But you just build it up and you pull it around. And then same with this one. This long stem right here should have the bud on it that's out the longest. And you can put in, and then you can put buds in around the back. But as you can see, I created a triangle. You want to definitely create, if you want symmetry to it, you want it to be in a triangle formation where there's one that's always out ahead of the others. And these, you want to try to keep close to your clump of roses because you want it to look like a bouquet. And then you just put your leaves on and fill in any breaks of your lines that you have. But you build it up and pull it out, build it up and pull it out. If I was doing this on a cake, when I set my roses on here, I would just gently press them down into the cake and then pull my scissors out. It's a little bit harder to do it on a board because I have to scrape it off there. But this is a bouquet of roses.